Do you ever look around and wonder why so many people struggle financially? Most people have some form of education, and many work full-time jobs, yet they still complain that they never have any money left at the end of the month. Why is that? Hopefully, I didn't just describe your current financial situation, but whether you're living paycheck to paycheck or on your way to becoming rich, there are certain habits you must be aware of that can limit your ability to grow your wealth. And in this video, I will share with you 10 reasons why you will always be broke. And make sure to watch until the end, as the final reason is one that you don't want to miss. Believe it or not, millions of Americans live beyond their means. Between the rise in social media and the ever-increasing number of new gadgets to buy, resisting our temptations to spend can be nearly impossible. Unfortunately, not being able to control these temptations can have dire financial consequences. In fact, a recent survey found that about 1/3 of people ages 30 to 49 had more credit card debt than savings. Imagine being middle-aged and having absolutely nothing in your bank account to show for your years of work. I think the question most of us need to ask ourselves is what drives us to spend so much? Behavioral economists have been studying the nature of spending for years and have identified the 10 main reasons people overspend, which I will now outline. Reason number 1. You're not selective in your spending. In a world of scarcity, choosing one thing means giving up something else. When we spend money on one thing, it's money that we cannot spend on something else, now or later. For instance, if you choose to attend a 4-year college program, then you're giving up the salary you could be making, if instead you work full-time during these 4 years. Or if you have only $1,000 and buy a new TV, then the opportunity cost is spending that same money to buy a new computer. In short, there's an opportunity cost to everything we do, and that cost is expressed in terms of the next best alternative. For example, the true benefit of buying a new car can be assessed in terms of other equally significant items we could have done with the money. Unfortunately, when the next best alternative option is considered, people tend to lack the ability to abstain from choosing between either one and instead decide to buy both, often the latter being on credit. So in the example I just provided, the same person would not only buy the new TV with the $1,000 he had, but would then charge the new computer to their credit card, causing them to overspend to satisfy the temptation to have both devices. As this behavior becomes more routine, the overspending only gets worse, making your chances of building wealth slim to none. Reason number 2. You don't see the bigger picture. Have you ever been gifted money for clothes or to put towards a new phone, and while you're drowning in debt, you still use that money for its intended purpose? You see, most of us perform mental accounting by dividing our money into separate mental accounts, such as accounts for food, clothes, rent, school supplies, and play money. And when done right, we spend based on the dollar values we attribute to these categories. In short, we only consider the opportunity cost within a specific account without looking at the bigger picture. For example, you may have a line of credit with $5,000 outstanding that you should put your gift money towards, but because it was gifted with the intention of being used for a new phone or outfit, you have mentally tagged that money into its respective account and will choose not to use it for more beneficial purposes. Instead, you should be looking at your finances using a holistic perspective. When you have a cash inflow, assess where the money will be best put to use, rather than allocating it using mental accounting. Reason number 3. You overspend on special occasions. Have you ever been on a diet and decided that just for one night you would break your diet to celebrate a special occasion? It could be your birthday, a holiday, or just a random Friday night. And while it feels good to indulge from time to time, unfortunately those calories still count. Well, the same phenomenon takes place when it comes to spending. We tend to overspend on special occasions, birthdays or Christmas, because we don't keep track of just how many of them we have. Consequently, we end up spending over our normal budget. Failure to incorporate an exceptional purchase into our budget as one in a series of special purchases can encourage overspending. Luckily, you can budget for infrequent expenses by creating special savings accounts, earmarked specifically, say, for birthdays, so that you don't hinder your savings progress by enjoying yourself from time to time. Reason number 4. You overvalue present pleasure. Present bias occurs when individuals place extra weight on more immediate rewards than those in the future. For example, my future self may want to buy a home, but my present self wants to splurge on a tropical vacation. While it often seems illogical to be giving up the potential for large future rewards in exchange for momentary pleasures, the reality is that the further into the future the reward is, the harder it is to keep its value in mind. In fact, this is the reason most people fail to put away the money required to fund their retirements. While most people could be millionaires in their retirement years by investing consistently from an early age, they instead succumb to spending on $8 coffees and the newest iPhone. In essence, the more we disregard our long-term interests in favor of immediate gratification, the more likely we will be to have an overspending problem, which is why you should write down your short, medium, and long-term financial goals and review them daily so that you can keep those longer-term rewards at the forefront of your mind. Reason number 5, the ease of credit card spending. In addition to the present bias that makes us overvalue our current spending versus future rewards, the use of credit cards to pay also increases the potential for overspending. You've probably experienced it yourself, that it's much easier to swipe your credit card to pay for something than it is to open your wallet and pull out cash, and this phenomenon has been researched extensively. In fact, a 2001 study found that shoppers who rely on credit cards as their form of payment compared to those who only pay with cash spend 100% more, hence making overspending that much easier. And this makes sense. When you pay with cash, you can literally see your funds diminishing, whereas paying with credit doesn't cause the same emotions to resonate. So if you want to spend less, take out the cash you want to spend every month, and once that amount is gone, you must wait until the following month to make any of your desired purchases. Reason number 6, you don't believe in yourself. What you believe about this statement will determine if it's true. If you believe you're always going to be broke, you're probably right. And guess what? What you believe has a direct influence on what you do. So if you believe you're always going to be broke, you're probably not actively seeking ways to get ahead. Luckily, your attitude is something you have control over, and when that is paired with positive action, then achieving financial success is well within the realm of possibilities. Take Elon Musk as an example. Most people doubted that he would be able to build his own aerospace company, but the business magnate has been able to not only build SpaceX to the size it is today, but has also sent his own rockets into space, proving all those non-believers wrong. So when it comes to you and your money, believe in yourself. If you're in debt, start making payments to lower your balance. If you've been putting off investing for retirement, then set up a 401k at work. Believe and act towards success, and I promise you will achieve it. Reason number 7, lack of willpower. Willpower refers to effortful control that is exerted with the purpose of controlling our impulsive behavior. I like to look at willpower as a resource that we deplete over the course of every single day. You start each day with a tank full of willpower, and as it's depleted, you become more inclined to act on impulse and are more likely to be swayed by desires, urges, and cravings, although you may regret them in the long run. This insight suggests that shoppers who are tired or distracted will likely increase impulse purchases. This is why you need to ask yourself how much willpower you have available when making financial decisions. If you're well rested and relaxed, you will be in a much better situation to make a good spending decision than if you had just finished a full day's worth of work and are stressed out by all the work you foresee having the following day. Let your willpower be a tool and not your kryptonite. Reason number 8, retail therapy. Some people relieve stress by working out, others talk out their feelings with friends, and sadly, some people resort to compulsive spending to overcome their emotions. While detrimental to your bank balance, the dopamine spike that spending offers has been proven time and time again to provide an immediate improvement to a shopper's mood. You see, shopping allows people to visualize themselves in a better life, where they're dressed in nice clothes or surrounded by nice things. Buying makes these visualizations a reality. There's no doubt that this form of therapy works, which is why so many people partake in this behavior. In fact, a 2016 survey found that 96% of adults and 95% of teens participate in retail therapy, making spending a mood-enhancing tool used by just about everyone. Reason number 9, shopping addiction. Beyond periodic retail therapy lies the potential for developing a real shopping addiction. A shopping addiction is characterized as an impulse control disorder, and about 6% of the population could be considered compulsive buyers. Now, a person cannot be classified as either a compulsive buyer or not. This disorder exists along a continuum. In reality, there are excessive shoppers and then there are compulsive shoppers. They buy things they do not need and often cannot afford, and place their work, their families, and their mental health in jeopardy. Some of those people who end up in bankruptcy are binge buyers, suffering from a disease similar to alcoholism. The most effective first step for treatment is to identify why and how your shopping initially became a problem. Experts suggest starting a journal to keep track of your triggers, which is the first step in tackling this overspending issue. Reason number 10, you justify your unnecessary spending. You've just finished another grueling 40-hour work week at a job you hate, and the only thing you can think about is going over to the mall and treating yourself to a new outfit that you can wear out on the weekend. Does this sound like you? I hope not, but unfortunately, this is the mindset that many people have. They absolutely must find some sort of relief from their 9-to-5 grind, and one of the only ways they know how to make themselves feel better is by turning to retail therapy. However, the spending high you gain from swiping your credit card will not resolve your discontent with your job or your life. and will in fact only make things worse. Therefore, if you want to ditch the broke mindset, then stop justifying unnecessary purchases and start putting that hard-earned money to work so that you can make strides in your path towards financial success. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give us a big thumbs up and subscribe. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.